move towards afternoon lives because I don't know, nights are just too busy, man. It's December and there are a lot of things happening. So, yeah. So, basically, I just want to talk about, how nothing feels good anymore. And when you look around, the same rubbish, the same December has come, 25th, uh, 25th is Christmas, then 31st is New Year. And it's interesting that I look around and I see no one else really feels good anymore either. All right, there used to be an excitement in the 90s where, oh, there's a New Year's coming and there's a Christmas is coming and all that rubbish. And and now I just look around and I'm like, oh, people pretend to be excited. Earlier, people were genuinely excited. Now, people pretend to be excited because no matter what war happens or no matter what new thing happens, right? Everything is essentially the same. What has really changed in the past 30, 40 years? Right, it's I mean, of course, there's new technology and there are new ways of doing things and there are new ways of presenting yourself, but it's all the same bullshit. Like, we've come to realize that essentially we are just moving atoms from one place to another. Yeah, and to create one thing, you're destroying another. Subconsciously we understand it. Most people do not understand this consciously, but subconsciously we get it that we are just doing the same bullshit year after year, year after year, and it has no consequence. Yeah, and obviously it won't feel good. Now, like I said last time, that we are jungle animals. Yeah, we are used to things being unpredictable. Now things have become so predictable that everyone is just bored. Everyone is bored of the same rubbish. And if you if you see, things have become truly predictable in the last 30, 40 years. Earlier there was, you are not sure, you're discovering new worlds, new things were happening, wars were happening, countries were getting involved, countries were forming. Even 50, 70 years ago, countries were still forming. So people didn't know a lot of things. Now life has become extremely predictable, even though, you know I mean, there are wars and there are things that we didn't predict, but still, the system is the same. The system has become, the left comes with the candle march, and then they be like, "Oh my God, stop this war," and then no one gives a shit about it. Gets back to their own life, and on top of that, life is expensive. So what are we so like? My point is, okay, earlier I would tell someone, drop the excitement. Now I'm telling you, drop the pretense. Okay, stop trying to pretend that everything is so great and that I'm really having a good time. And it's become clear with Instagram. People putting up filters, people putting up their bullshit. But the point is that you have to admit to yourself extremely clearly that nothing feels good. All right, and sit back and just observe it. Oh, it doesn't feel good anymore. There's no dopamine, there is no serotonin as such. I mean, for basic things, yes, okay. In fact, smaller things feel good, right? You go take a shit, it feels good. You eat something, it feels good. But the larger things, the things as a social unit, do not feel good anymore. So it only makes sense to take pleasure of things as a person, as you, not as in your relation to society, because society is only going to get worse and worse in this area. Keep you excited, where they keep you happy, where they keep you loved. Okay, everyone's just going to everyone's going to realize that, everyone has already realized So that's the only thing, to avoid psychosis. Be in your phone, be happy with yourself, do small things, keep yourself happy with those small things, and that's really it. That's all that really matters. Okay, I'm done with the topic. Let's take some questions, if at all. Love you, brother. Too amazing person here. Huh, thank you so much. I'm going to do a Hindi live in about 10 minutes after this. So yeah, um, just wondering if there are any other questions. That's pretty much all I had to say. Like, things don't feel good anymore, and we pretend that we have value. Like, stop pretending that you have value. You have no value. The sheer fact that you pretend you have value is just to keep yourself excited. Is to keep everyone else excited. Oh, there's so much potential. Oh, there is so much. This guy could have done so much. It's all rubbish. These are all lies that you're telling yourself. And not just that, when people say, oh, you have potential, they mean that you have potential that they would have done in your place. But the truth is, if they were really in your place, they wouldn't have been as excited for half the things. been interested in doing things. So don't talk to us about our potential anymore. Just understand that all this potential is all rubbish. All right, it's about the stress you're willing to take, about how much you want to deal with this earth, how much carbon you want to put into the air. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I don't want to join college because I don't have any interest in any professional degree. What should I do? Okay, so I suggest take a degree because a degree is now a basic requirement, you know. So go for a degree, go for an easy degree. Na? What I suggest, if you're good at dealing with people, go for a BA, which is easy, and go for psychology. Psychology is a massive future. Uh, so or if you're not interested in that, take a commerce degree, whatever, just something basic, but finish a degree, because that now every day anywhere you go they ask for a degree. So I'm just like, okay, fine, throw the degree on your face, you know. In fact, I did not even use my degree until I was 31. So but the point is that it makes that slight amount of difference. Okay, at least he has a degree, you know. He's not illiterate. I mean, even though you may be the smartest person on earth, finally people are just like, oh, give me that degree at least, you know, so to satisfy that basic idea. More time goes on, the less I care about anything. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think all of us are caring less and less about things. And that's becoming a very obvious thing, you know, like there is nothing to care about. What do I do? What is the point of all this rubbish? You know, there's like, and when you're a child, you don't know anything. That's why you care about things. But like eventually, you see the patterns, you know, you predict the patterns. And what I learned recently is that 85% of the people do not really have an awareness of what they're doing, right? So those people are relatively happier. They're still unhappy, but they're relatively happier because they don't know what is happening. But when you have an awareness and you see the pattern, they're like, what rubbish is this, you know? So yeah, I can do a degree with distance. You can, but I suggest not to, because college is fun, dude. Like college is probably the last thing you'll ever be excited about, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's completely up to you. If you want to have some fun, great. If not, don't bother. How to live a Chad badass life? Oh God. See, there's nothing like Chad and badass. Okay, you just enjoy your life. Do what is required. Do what makes you feel good. Like I'll tell you what makes me feel good, right? I work out. I keep myself fit, right? And I'm basically on the phone all day. I do work for what is required for my money, and that's it. That's pretty much it. So, what is Chad and badass? Chad and badass can be that I know how to defend myself, and something happens, and I actually defend myself, which is really cool, which can be called Chad, right? So don't think about all this bullshit. Just do what you're good at, and develop a certain aura about yourself, physically, all right, mentally also. Learn, read, prepare, and just be. There is nothing else to do. Just prepare yourself for the bullshit that this world is. That's all. Depression. Yes, depression. See, depression is, I think, it's seeing the reality, you know. I feel, as Jim Carrey says, it is deep rest. All right. So when you're in deep rest, you realize that you get into deep rest because you realize that this world is all bullshit. I mean, what are you doing? You know. So and there is nothing to do. You're just moving atoms around and then you're dead. Yeah, your brain doesn't exist after you this, your anything, it's all rubbish, right? Your consciousness, nothing, it just goes back into the universe. So uh, there is nothing to achieve as a human, you know. 24/7 depressed, I agree. Why are we always afraid of money? Of nahi, I think we are afraid for money. You know, Indians are maybe afraid of money because they don't like rich people, and they hate a business essentially. They're not designed and geared for business. But you know, we are afraid of money. We are afraid for money because a lot of us don't have it, firstly. And not just don't have it, it's that the world keeps saying consume, consume, consume. So you're constantly on this edge of, oh, should I consume? Like I told a friend of mine, he just got married and had a kid or whatever. And I told him how much I spend per month, and he was shocked. He was like, "How do you spend just like $300-400?" I said, "I manage everything in that, you know." And he at least spends $2,000, you know, just to exist. And I'm like, wow, I cannot do that, man. I'm not that stupid. And most of it is your choice, you know. You don't need to buy most of the shit you buy. I'm insecure insecure about aging in terms of fulfilling basic needs of my own. How can I avoid and die healthy? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Great content inside. See, there's only one thing. You have to eat healthy, be smart about it, work out, all right? Keep your mind occupied. That's pretty much it. There's nothing else. It's that simple, you know. The main thing is eating. The main thing is what goes into your body, and how much you can remove from your body from that, you know. I'm also not excited about New Year festivals or even my birthday anymore. Sometimes I feel like there is something wrong with me. Forget you being not excited about your birthday. I don't even remember my birthday. People remind me, oh, today is your birthday. So there's nothing to be excited about. These are all concepts that we latch on to keep ourselves alive. You know, your thoughts on smoking as a coping mechanism. Why should I really worry? I will be dead at the end of the day anyway. Am I right? Yeah, absolutely. Why is smoking a coping mechanism? Just chill out, man. I mean, yeah, I understand that you want to have a smoke sometimes. I understand you want to have a drink sometimes to deal with the world the way it is. But overall, don't do it. It's not worth this. You know, just I think depression is the, or just looking at the world as it is and seeing what bullshit it is the greatest high. There is no greater high than that. I've tried all these good highs, joy, blah blah blah. I don't feel there is a greater high than that. Have you watched the video of recent road rage incident in Delhi? Poor guy was beaten badly. Realized the importance of martial arts and self-defense. Oh yes, yes, yes. Not just Delhi. There was one guy in Gujarat. He opposed a guy who was going in the wrong lane, and the public just beat him up. And the public was so weak. Okay, these guys, they don't have properly developed skeletal structures. And this guy was getting beaten, and I'm like, basic martial arts, dude. Kick these guys around. You smack them once, they will all shut up. You know, it's very sad. Yeah, it's very sad. We really need to start learning martial arts. If you want to be an activist, you need to fight. All right, you cannot just be like, oh, this is wrong. If it is wrong, fight for it. All right, no one is, people are not going to support you in India. People are not going to support you because we have no concept of right and wrong. All right, recently in Bangalore, uh, they broke the signs of any English signs. They broke because the local language Kannada was not, it was not written in that. So basically, this is a result of illiteracy. Okay, they don't know English, and hence they're angry, and this is killing business. All right, so there is no right and wrong. You have to go on the road and fight these people. Why are we extremely lazy? Why are we human extremely lazy? We are lazy because uh, we realize that we don't really need to do anything. No one wants to do anything. Everything has inertia. Okay, when you're sitting, you want to sit. When you're sleeping, you want to sleep. But you know, lack of laziness or getting up from the place that you are requires a certain motivation, and we are realizing that there is no motivation. Why should I get up? For what joy? You know. Please talk on relationship from zero. Oh my god. Yeah, you guys in your relationships. All right, so guys, see, um, I'll do a relationship thing in Hindi. I'll do one here also. See, right? What do you need a relationship for? The question is that, is it for sex? First, clear that. Secondly, you have to realize whether you want to make yourself happy, what you're getting from it. All right. First, you be complete. Then find someone who is complete, and then multiply each other. Okay. Do not be an incomplete person and try and go into relationships and jump and do whatever for sex. Don't. It's a bad idea. Okay, because if you're doing something for dependence, na, finally it's going to give in. You know, it's like saying I built this building badly. Now it will fall. Obviously, it will fall. But I'll make more of this in the Hindi part. I'll make one here also later. Maybe not today. You doing great, brother. Do collabs. I will. By the way, I have a vegan debate with Lawrence Anton on second at 10 o'clock India time. Please join it. I am anti-vegan, and he's going to be pro-vegan. So we are going to have this nice. We're gonna battle it out on his channel. It's in my links. I've shared it on my community page. Why are we? One second. Should we always be ready to die? Yes, always. Why not? Why? What are you scared of? Anyway, you're going to die. So might as well die doing something cool, no? Why are we Indians extremely coward? Yeah. we are extreme cowards because we are weak people, physically, mentally also. We don't have meat, so we do not have the brains. We don't have enough protein. Okay, and the other yesterday I was talking with someone, and they were like, most Indians have sarcopenia, which basically means that we don't have enough muscle mass. Right. So if you do, physically you're not strong, mentally you're not strong, you're not innovative, you're not doing anything much in life, you're unemployed, obviously you're going to be a coward. Obviously you're going to be a coward. How do you deal with the huge amount of cruelty and injustice in the world? Having empathy can be very painful. Yes. So I basically, yes, I do have empathy, I do have compassion, but then I deal with it. I'm like, whatever, it is what it is, man. And the only my only objective in this world is to destroy it. All right, put out as much waste as you can, live as unsustainably as you can, throw out as much plastic as you can, throw out as much carbon as you can, and just end it, because there will never be justice here. Okay, and there will always be more injustice than justice. I have seen some anti-natalist street activists and it seems dangerous. At one point, they will be attacked. I saw one of the videos of one guy being with the activists. See, people are going to get aggressive. This is a new movement. It depends on what risk you want to take. All right, where do you want to start? For example, I have a friend in Kolkata. He started it on the street. Now, Kolkata is more because there are a lot of people there who are child free already, and because it's more progressive. So it's just a question of timing. It's a question of location. It's a question of where you want to do, what you want, how you want to live. That's all. Do you want to go on the street and do it? I would do it. I'd do it. But if you don't want to do it, then just be silent about it. Whatever it is. Talk about. Talk. If one is an anti-natalist street activist and someone gets aggressive, one needs to just leave. Yeah, one needs to leave. Just leave. Don't mess around. Take a video and leave. It's not worth getting concussed. I agree. What have you done in a road rage if you are attacked by four, 5 people? That's a very complicated question, and it takes years of training to explain that to you. But you'll have to join my classes if you want to learn. If you want 4, 5 people, try and be in your car and try and get out of the situation. All right, if possible. And if not, then you have to learn to fight them. What else? Or call the cops, whatever. Why do girls avoid sex but say upar se kar lo? Oh my god. Oh god, this is such a sad, women avoid sex because, I mean, basically there is a danger of pregnancy, okay, and there is a danger of this, which syphilis or whatever. But then this led to an idea of virginity. You should be a virgin, all right. So then again, that is why they avoid it, and then and especially Indian girls, they say like, oh, just do whatever you want from the top, and like no sex basically. So, and I'm sure this happens still in the villages, and I'm sure in certain parts of the city also. But then that we have to fight it and get over it eventually, because they have to come out from the traditional this and realize that condoms exist, all right, and that you don't need to necessarily get pregnant or whatever, or being a virgin is not a thing of pride. Does your sister also follow antinatalism? Yeah, I think she does. I think she does. She's largely anti having a child. Yeah. Non-veg protein versus veg protein. Non-veg protein any day, boss. Any day. The way proteins are synthesized in an animal, it cannot be synthesized in a plant. All right. The reason is we have we are designed to be omnivores, right? So our stomachs are designed in that specific way. We we cannot remove the protein from a plant that therefore we need non-veg, all right. And when you have soya and all, you have a lot of other problems. When you have plant protein, you have a lot of other problems, because all of these foods, right, that are said to be proteinous or whatever, they all have side effects, right? If you have a lot of soya, then you'll have something called phytoestrogens, and what is pseudoestrogens. I'll let you know. You'll see in the debate. I'll keep it all prepared. These things, they sort of make you all they release, they make your body think that there is estrogen, okay, and then there are certain effects to that. So the intensity which our body can absorb meat, protein from meat, and I mean many other things from meat, monounsaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, all these things, these are not possible anywhere else, you know. But why do we hate each other over the basis of caste, religion, and ethnicity? Because we are bored. We are bored. Okay, we have nothing better to do, and therefore we have zoocosis. We have this kind of a psychosis. We are bored. We are in a cage. We are in a social cage. We are in a literal cage. We live in boxes. We live in cement boxes, and therefore we need somewhere to put out our energy. We are hunter gatherers. We are killers. All right, and yet, and here we are sitting in a nice this. Obviously we need something to hate. What is your view on OnlyFans, Insta, and other platform which is dastardly used in India? It's good. All these OnlyFans and all are a result of the amount of repression, sexual repression that Indian men face. Indian men, Indian women, everyone watches this bullshit. All right, why is that? Because we are just repressed. You know, even Americans, for that matter, no matter how much they say, oh, we are a liberal society, a large part of America is repressed. You know, a large number of porn stars become porn stars because they don't know what being a porn star is. You know, so there is a whole documentary on this. You should check it out. I'll find out the link and send it. Why choose non-veg protein over veg? I just mentioned it. The way it is synthesized in our stomachs, cows eat grass, but that they have four stomachs, right? And in those stomachs, they can synthesize B12 out of the grass. They can synthesize protein out of the grass. We cannot do that. Okay, we are omnivores. So we have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of insects, a little bit of bird, a little bit of mammoth, a little bit of berries, you know, all these things. So we need to, basically the way we are living right now is extremely unhealthy. So we don't, even 100 years ago, the amount of nutrition that a fruit had, it does not even have 1/10 of that, right? So we need protein from animals so that we can synthesize it properly. All right. Why do Indian girls sell their bodies online? Why not? It's a good way of money. If I could sell my body online, I'd like to sell my body online. What's wrong with it? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If someone is consuming, sell it. Who cares? You love meat or egg? Egg. I love egg. I'm an egg fan. Chicken versus goat. What to consume? Tell us about your protein. See, I like chicken. All right, and I do like goat is extremely healthy. I mean, it's got a lot of other stuff because it's red meat. Don't have a lot of it, but have it sometimes. But yeah, I prefer chicken. Thanks. Okay. Why nobody want to give money and want everything free? Why won't you want everything free? Why don't you want everything free? Everyone wants everything free. What is wrong in that? If you're getting something for free, you'll take it. Most people will take it. Schopenhauer versus Nietzsche. I don't care about these philosophers, dude. I just look at the life at the way it is and I say my shit. That's it. Okay, I'm going to close the video. And in about 10 minutes, I'll be coming on Black Sheep Academy and I'll be talking about relationships in Hindi because a lot of you desperate little boys want to learn about relationships. So you all can ask me your questions over there and we can talk about all this. All right. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care. I'll come maybe one of the afternoons again or maybe on the New Year afternoon first. Let's see how that works. Okay. What Israelis think of Indians? Israelis love Indians, as far as I know. Or why are Indian cities like Mumbai, Delhi, etc. worse than shithole? Because Indians' minds are like that. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. All right, bye guys. See you. Why existentialism is a cope? Existentialism is a cope because you say you want to enjoy this crappy existence. That's what a cope is. All right. That is basically what a cope is. So that is why existentialism is a cope. Okay, quickly ask me one more question, then I'm going. Don't close. Got it. What's the question? Existentialism is a cope because we want to enjoy this crap life that has been given to us. Why won't you enjoy it? You want to distract yourself from the horrible thoughts that you're feeling. Are you half Israeli? No, I'm not. What is this question? Okay. That's it. I'm tired of you guys. I'm going to see you all in Hindi in about 10 minutes. You can ask me my questions over there. Okay, Black Sheep Academy. Bye. Take care.